Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. For Wellington, I need to know if I can...
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
Jesus.
Typical fucking Marmots. The Marmots are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done. The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2, where we just last finished the Lake House DLC with Agent Estevez right over
Scratches
here.
Wake's double. He tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window. How could we get this so wrong? Textbook boondoggle.
You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show. So what's the plan?
Scratch pretended to be Wake to trick us.
He almost won me over. I should have trusted my gut. Had a bad feeling about him when we found him at the lake. When that insane monster cloud came at me in the woods, I saw a face inside it. Wake's. I think he was always a monster. Always Scratch.
The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
The horror story's changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia. Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence. My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her.
I sigh because I don't know if I can believe that was just normally put in the writing, or if they put that in just so they wouldn't be attacked by people being like, oh, why there's no gay character?
I know I am.
So tell me what I'm missing. The FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this. Bad news, it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here's a key to the cell where we keep the files. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks. Go team.
One more thing, the lake house. I didn't give you all the details earlier, but now that you're part of the team, I can really let loose. Misery loves company.
What happened at the lake house?
Yeah, I already did it though. So that already happened.
You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then Logan, well, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough. The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story.
So we're just letting him stay there? Well, actually, there still was a cult, though. They were still killing people, attacking people. This guy shouldn't be around.
Ai vittu.
Lock him up.
I'm sorry about your brother, Ilmo.
Jaakko was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through. It's my fault.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the Cult of the Tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult? Exactly. We protect Watery and Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well, that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have.
So the cult members who are taken are cult members that, of course, ended up getting nabbed away from other members, getting caught off guard, and then becoming taken. The cult was never evil, is what you're telling me. They have always... If you saw a cult member with darkness around them, it's because they got taken out. They didn't fight well enough to protect themselves.
How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers.
Wait, was there any bodies inside, like normal human beings apart from the cult members, in the hotel when we got control of Alan for a minute here, outside of the dark place? I don't know if there were other bodies.
When I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius. Just a name did half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night. Business 101. Fear is a great motivator.
Okay, so they called it a cult because they were trying to make sure they wanted to create a whole big thing of fear to keep people out of here, pretty much. But they keep saying in New York there was the Cult of the Word. This is Cult of the Woods. Or, I mean, Cult of the Tree. What the fuck were they again?
You were trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing. Not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
Examine the files in the locked cell. No, not here.
The cult didn't trust Wake. Or is it Scratch?
You're not fucking listening to me. The fuck you. Let me the fuck out of here. Damn. There's his
Wake
anger
isn't
as
the first
usual.
person the Dark Presence disguised itself as.
Yeah, it is Barbara Jagger. The shadow can only manifest as artists. Or people who... Oh. So the Dark Presence can only become an artist. That's why it always uses Alan, or it used Barbara Jagger. So it can't take control of... It can't... Wait. So yeah, it can't take control of any... Well, that's when you have to sit there and think, what is creative? What's creativity? What exactly is artistry? Is being good at your job part of being an artist? Like a cop and stuff like that? Could it take over Saga or Casey or Estevez?
The lake is a gateway to the dark place.
Well, we kind of already know that, so... Hold on. Yeah, Cult of the Tree. See, Cult of the Tree and Cult of the Word. The Cult of the Word is what they followed to get to the Cult of the Tree. So... Or was Cult of the Word... I'm getting, like, mixed up. Was Cult of the Word fake, just in the dark place? Or was Cult of the Word real, and they were just giving bad rep to the Cult of the Tree, pretty much?
What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
Recorded material from Dr. Hartman after becoming a... Have reviewed... Wait, Dr. Hartman's dead! He died in the first... Wait. Or are they just talking about recorded material from Dr. Hartman after becoming a Taken have revealed likely a physical manifestation of a Taken. Okay, that's what I can think of. Redacted is Taken. Eyewitnesses account suggests that the item possesses the ability to alter reality. The change is being based on Taken? No, that can't be right. I just... Okay. Come up with a new plan. We'll go to the others first. Alright, we'll come up with the plan in here, I guess.
I already took care of all this.
Yep. Yep.
need to know what information I can still trust.
That can't be used here.
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of power. We have verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010. It definitely has power. We know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do.
Damn. A new deduction is available.
The clicker can fix this. But I can't use it without Wake. Tor knows about this stuff. Maybe he can help.
Do we talk to him from here?
Wake told me the clicker would fix this. But Wake was actually Scratch. How can I trust anything he said?
The artist must conclude his work. He rides a storm on your piece. Wake up and smell the danger.
Balance sways the
We
demon.
told you already, kiddo. What Tom said about the light switch is true. Don't let the story confuse you. You need him to write the ending you want. The clicker can make that ending come true.
But we don't have Wake. Everything we knew about the clicker was true. He wasn't lying.
I guess I still need to keep doing stuff.
Shouldn't spend time on old questions.
Yeah, case closed.
Wake wrote Logan into the story. He had no right to use her like this. There is still time to make him fix it. I won't give him a choice. Tor's here, in the overlap. Gotta find him and get the fuck out.
And we really should have done that a while ago.
I need to get the clicker to Wake and close this damn case. Before my family gets dragged any further into it.
Fact versus fiction. No, wait. Hold on. Pay attention.
I never did any of these things. It's like some bad soap opera version of my life.
Huh? What? Why does that not work? Oh wait, I'm seeing it there.
Tor and Odin can actually speak with me in my mind place. Thanks to their own powers. Tor and Odin are my relatives. The evidence fits with what I know is true. It's a lot to process. I know what is real and what isn't. A megalomaniac writer can't make me doubt that. I have more family than I even knew. And I need to protect them all. Investigating the story's lies led me to a family I didn't know I had. Or was finding them part of the story too. Maybe it doesn't matter.
So they only targeted Taken, or people who were affected by Taken. Well, you sure did a shit job with Nightingale. Obviously.
No.
It's one of these.
Sure.
Okay. At this point, I'm just throwing everything around to just see what sticks. There's too much on the board. Oh my god, there's just way too much.
The Cult of the Tree is just the Koskela brothers' slightly misguided solution to the Taken problem.
Okay. Nothing on previous murders. The story. FBC file on the clicker. The Dark Presence feed on artist, yes. Powerful light arrays to subdue the Taken. That? Yeah.
The Dark Presence is vulnerable against bright light.
Okay, we knew that.
At least that makes sense. Overlaps require pieces of art to enter. Is that because of the Dark Place's focus on art? The clicker amplifies any changes to reality suggested by a piece of art. Makes them permanent. Wake needs to be the one to rewrite the ending. And I'll need to keep an eye on him. The story doesn't affect me like it does other people. Because of who I am. Because of my family.
Oh jeez, I have way too many of these. Don't make me put all those
That's
up.
all the stashes. These people were well prepared.
I wish you would just put these up yourself, because... Okay, I'm not gonna put all these up on the board, because this is gonna take too long.
What if I take the weird doll to the place it's not supposed to go? What's the worst that can happen?
Huh?
There's a lesson here. Probably something about hubris.
Hmm.
Rose Marigold left these lunchboxes for me. Alan Wake apparently told her to. I guess I owe her one.
Okay, we can't use any of those. Do have some profiling to do, so...
Ilmo said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
Surplus deer masks buy in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang Yako. We are going hunting. Cult of the Tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Ilmo is telling the truth about the cult. They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side.
I mean, I know that they can't specifically say what they're doing because some people won't believe you, but if you know someone is out there fighting Taken and shit, why in the hell wouldn't you tell
If
them
the cult
already?
is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only.
They never
Wrong
got to
time.
finish.
Wrong place. Time to go, Yako.
Yeah, they didn't get to finish.
A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a Taken because the Bookers interrupted their ritual. I can tell something is wrong. What's happening to Casey?
I'm a goner. Swell. A shadow crawling under my skin. In my head.
Oh,
Call my ex. Tell her I'm sorry. Terminal case, Casey.
Something is wrong with him. He's hurt worse than he says. He's scared. I assumed Wake escaped the dark place. Is it possible he's still there?
The Big Apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was.
yeah, because when you finish Alan's section, you don't actually see him get out. What is this saying? Nightingale was already taken.
Wake is trapped in the dark place. He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps.
No, we're not done.
Wake is still in the dark place. How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams. The clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing. Anything created with passion. The dark power of the lake will make it creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake. Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else. Like getting Wake out of the dark place.
Oh, did that thing again where I think that the game's like gonna crash.
I will use the clicker to change reality and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake. I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem.
Oh boy.
Scratch was pretending to be awake, manipulating me. What does he want from me?
This one's gonna be bad.
No, I'm in control here. It's my mind place. He's powerful. Too powerful. Just his presence here makes me feel sick. Like a wave of terror through my head. I feel his single-minded drive to get the clicker.
Yeah, probably don't profile the fucking Dark Presence.
'Cause every night I will sing your